All right, so today we're going to be diving into something that a lot of people might think is pretty basic,
Mm-hmm.
local SEO.
Right.
But trust me, we're going to go way beyond the 101 stuff that you hear all the time.
Absolutely.
We're really going to try to uncover all the surprising benefits
Yeah.
that local SEO has, especially for businesses of all shapes and sizes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this isn't just for the big guys, you know.
Not all.
This is for everyone. And to guide us through this deep dive, we've got two awesome sources, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Articles from Bright Local and WebFX.
Two of the best.
Yeah, exactly. Both huge names in digital marketing. And I think what's cool about these two sources is they come at it from slightly different angles.
Right.
So we'll get a nice, well-rounded kind of view of this whole topic.
Yeah, and I think what's key is this idea that the digital landscape is changing so much.
Okay.
It's not just about being online anymore.
Right.
It's about being locally online.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
It's almost like, even though the internet is this global thing,
Yeah,
it's almost getting smaller in a way.
it is. It's getting more and more focused.
More focus, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So before we get too deep into all the benefits and all that, let's just
Yeah.
make sure we're all on the same page here.
Level set.
Yeah, exactly.
What is local SEO?
What exactly is local SEO?
I love this example. Imagine, you are craving
Okay.
the most incredible tacos in town.
Okay, yeah.
So you pull out your phone,
Mm-hmm.
you Google best tacos near me, right?
Of course, yeah.
Local SEO is what makes sure that the right taco place pops up at the top of the results.
Okay.
And that's the one that's closest to you, has amazing reviews.
So it's more than just having a website then.
It's way more.
Okay.
It's about optimizing your entire online presence, website, social media, online directories, to match what people are searching for
Oh, wow.
when they're in your area.
So it's like a
It's like digital.
digital homing beacon
Yes.
for hungry taco lovers.
Exactly.
In this case,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And this isn't just some small trend.
right.
WebFX pointed out that near me searches have exploded, like
Yeah.
over 500% increase.
Wow, 500%. I never would.
It's incredible.
Yeah, that's mind-blowing.
Yeah,
I mean, I definitely use near me searches all the time,
of course.
but I had never stopped to think about the sheer volume of those searches.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of people looking for stuff nearby.
Huge opportunity for businesses
Yeah, exactly.
if they're playing the local SEO game, right?
Right. If they're doing it right.
It's like, imagine
Oh, yeah.
having a storefront on the busiest street in town, but
Right.
your signage is bad
Oh, yeah.
or your window display is a mess.
Yeah.
No one's coming in.
Nobody's going to come in, right?
Exactly.
That's a perfect analogy.
Yeah.
So Bright Local put together this top 10 list of benefits of local SEO.
Oh, yeah.
And I have to admit, I was kind of swimming through it at first and I was like, okay, yeah, more visibility, more traffic, more sales.
Of course.
Right. But I feel like there's more nuance to it than that,
There definitely is.
Like when you really dig in.
Yeah, for example,
Yeah.
a lot of people think, well, I don't have a physical store, so local SEO doesn't matter for me.
Right. Right.
But that's not true at all.
That's where it gets really interesting, I think.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like take online businesses, for example. They might not have a storefront, but they can still benefit from being seen as like a local expert.
Right.
So say you're a freelance graphic designer.
Oh,
If someone in your city Googles graphic designer near me,
yeah.
and you've done your local SEO homework,
Right.
you're more likely to pop up.
Even if you're working from home.
Even if you primarily work from home. Exactly.
So even if your business is entirely online, you still exist within a community.
You do.
And people are looking for those local connections.
Absolutely, yeah. It's not just about attracting any traffic.
Right.
It's about attracting the right traffic. People that are more likely to convert into customers.
Right. Because they're nearby.
Yeah, they're nearby. They're actively looking for what you offer.
It's all about targeting, yeah.
Exactly.
Which actually, that reminds me of another benefit that Bright Local mentioned, and I think this is one that people sometimes overlook.
Okay.
Improving website conversion rates.
Right.
It's one thing to get people to your site, but then what do they do when they get there?
Right, exactly.
And I think people forget that SEO isn't just about getting people to your site.
Yeah.
It's making sure they actually do something when they get there.
Take an action.
Yeah, exactly.
And local SEO can play a big role in that.
Yeah, how so?
By making sure your contact info is really clear, easy to find.
Oh, okay.
Optimizing your site for those local keywords, you're making it so much easier for those local customers to actually do something.
Okay.
Whether that's booking an appointment,
Right.
making a purchase, calling you, whatever it is.
It's removing those barriers.
Exactly.
Making it frictionless, as they say.
Totally. Yeah.
And that actually, speaking of making it easy for people, that kind of brings us to...
That's where Google Business Profile comes in.
Yeah, Google Business Profile, or GBP.
GBP. Yeah.
And WebFX really focused on this.
They did.
So for people who aren't familiar,
Yeah.
like, what is GBP?
Think of it like your online storefront.
Okay.
It's often the very first thing people see when they search for your business on Google.
It's that little snapshot that comes up on the right side of the result.
Yes, exactly.
With your name, your address, your hours, photos, all that good stuff.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And claiming and optimizing your GBP listing is absolutely crucial.
Okay.
Like WebFX really hammered that point home.
So, like, break it down for us.
Okay.
What are the essential elements of optimizing your GBP?
First and foremost, your NAP information has to be spot on.
NAP.
Name, address, phone number.
Oh, right. Okay.
Has to be consistent everywhere. Your website, social media, GBP listing.
You know, it seems so basic, but you'd be surprised how many businesses mess that up.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
It's so easy to, like...
I've definitely been searching for a business online, and it's like,
Yeah?
one website says they're on Main Street, another says they're on Market Street.
Yeah, it's confusing, right?
It's so confusing, and it's like,
totally erodes trust.
yeah, you instantly don't trust them.
Exactly.
And then on top of that, we've got, of course, reviews.
That's right.
Oh, reviews are huge.
Like we were talking about those taco lovers earlier.
Yes.
They're not just looking for any taco place.
Right.
They want the one with the good reviews.
Exactly. The social proof.
And not just positive reviews.
That's right.
WebFX also pointed out that responding to negative reviews is important too.
It's super important.
Okay, why is that?
Shows you're engaged,
Okay.
you care about your customers, you're willing to address concerns head on.
It's all about that human touch.
Yes. Even in the digital world.
Even in the digital world, right?
Yeah, totally. So it's NAP information, it's reviews, and then what else is there?
Compelling photos.
Right.
An engaging description.
Yeah.
That uses those relevant local keywords.
Right, right. So back to the taco lovers.
Yeah.
If they search for best tacos near me,
Yeah.
you want to make sure that your description mentions tacos, obviously.
Of course.
But maybe also, like, you know, authentic or street tacos or...
Yeah, different types of meat fillings.
Right, exactly. Be
Yeah.
really specific.
Totally.
Yeah, okay.
It's about anticipating those search terms
Okay.
and weaving them into your online presence
Okay.
authentically.
So basically,
Yeah.
your GBP is your digital storefront.
I like that.
And optimizing it is like, you know,
Yes.
making sure your window display's eye-catching.
Right.
Your shelves are stocked. You got friendly staff.
Perfect. Yeah.
It's the whole experience.
It all comes together.
Right.
And this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
We've only scratched the surface of local SEO and its potential.
I'm already seeing there's a lot more to this than meets the eye.
Oh, absolutely.
Ready to keep diving deeper.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Let's explore why this matters so much.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm really starting to see how local SEO is so much more than just keywords and rankings and all that technical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the question a lot of people might have is like,
Mm-hmm.
why should I care?
Right.
You know, like, how does this actually affect me
Totally.
as a consumer?
I love that question.
Yeah.
And it really gets at the heart of why local SEO is so fascinating.
Okay.
Think about how you make decisions in your everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's say you're planning a weekend trip.
Okay.
What's the first thing you do?
Well, I'd probably pull up my phone and start Googling
Exactly.
best things to do in, you know, whatever city.
Restaurants near.
Yeah, restaurants near.
Yeah, exactly. Those
Well,
classic.
all those classic
local searches.
Yeah.
Or let's say your sink springs a leak.
Yeah.
Are you going to, like,
Yeah.
sift through pages of national plumbing companies?
Oh, I'm going to Google plumbers near me.
Exactly.
I need someone who can get here fast.
Exactly.
And hopefully has good reviews, too.
Yes. And that's what local SEO does.
Okay.
It bridges the gap between online and offline.
Okay.
It connects our digital searching with our real-world needs.
So it's not just about finding a business.
Right.
It's about finding the right business
For your specific need.
for your specific need at that moment.
In that moment, yeah. Exactly.
That's super interesting.
Yeah.
So it really is a win-win then
It is.
for both businesses and consumers,
Totally.
because businesses are connecting with those people who are actually looking for what they offer.
Mm-hmm.
And then as consumers, we get a better, more tailored experience.
More tailored experience, yeah.
You know what really stood out to me
What's that?
in that Bright Local article
Yeah.
was this idea of like tapping into the local shopping boom.
Like they talked about how more and more people are actually making an effort to support local businesses these days.
Totally.
Which is great.
Yeah.
But how does local SEO actually play into that?
Well, it's essential for making that connection. It's like a digital Main Street
Oh, yeah.
where local businesses can showcase what they have to offer.
It's like that curated guide to the best of what your neighborhood has to offer.
I love that.
Yeah.
And it's not even just about those individual businesses.
Right.
Like strong local SEO can actually impact the whole community.
Okay, now that's interesting. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah.
Ah,
How so? Well, think about it. If more people are finding and supporting those local businesses online,
Okay.
that strengthens the whole local economy.
Right. Yeah.
Those dollars stay within the community, supporting jobs, contributing to that vibrancy of the area.
it's like voting with your dollar for your neighborhood.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Fosters that community pride.
that's a really good point.
And, WebFX also mentioned something else that I thought was interesting.
Okay.
Local SEO can actually help small businesses compete with,
Oh, yeah.
those big online giants.
Like Amazon.
Exactly, Amazon.
Yeah. Everyone's always complaining about how Amazon's taking over the world.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, local SEO is like
A secret weapon.
a secret weapon, yeah.
Okay. That got my attention.
How
Yeah.
so? Well, Amazon has endless products. They've got super fast shipping, right?
Right.
But they can't offer that same personal touch, that
Yeah.
community connection
Yeah.
that you get from a local business.
That's where local SEO comes in.
Exactly.
It levels the playing field by letting small businesses target those really local customers
Hyper local.
who are looking for that specific thing.
And they're willing to
Yeah.
venture beyond that convenience of just like
Right,
Amazon.
Yeah.
So they can actually compete on expertise and customer service.
Exactly.
And, just being a part of the community and being a part of the community, yeah,
It's like David versus Goliath.
it is.
But this time, David has a really good slingshot.
Yes,
It's a reminder that
Mhm.
even though the digital world can feel overwhelming,
you can.
there are still ways for these small businesses to thrive,
Absolutely.
really connect with those communities.
I'm curious, what really resonated with you when you were reading these articles?
What stood out?
Yeah, like what was your key takeaway?
Honestly, what surprised me the most
Okay.
was the emphasis on authenticity.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I went in thinking local SEO was all about, algorithms and tricks.
Technical stuff.
Yeah, all the technical stuff. But both Bright Local and WebFX, they stress this importance of building genuine connections
Yeah, that's huge.
with your local audience.
Human connection.
It's not about manipulating search engines.
Right.
It's about being a real, relatable business that actually cares
Exactly, yeah.
about the community.
Responding to reviews, good and bad.
That's right. Creating content that's relevant to the local area,
Mhm.
engaging on social media, all of that.
It's about being more than just a business.
Yeah,
You're a part of the neighborhood.
a part of the fabric.
Exactly. And I think that's,
And that's what makes local SEO so powerful.
yeah.
It's not just driving sales.
Mm-hmm.
It's fostering that sense of belonging
Right.
and connection
Connection, yeah.
in a world that can feel so impersonal.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
Thank you.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's like local SEO is this bridge between the digital and the human.
Now, before we move on,
Yeah.
I know you mentioned you had a final
I did.
thought-provoking point to leave our listeners with.
I do. I'm excited to hear this.
That wasn't directly mentioned in the articles.
All right, lay it on me.
Well, we've talked a lot about how local SEO helps businesses reach those nearby customers.
Mm-hmm.
But what about its potential to really impact tourism?
Oh, that's interesting.
I hadn't really considered that.
Think about it. When you travel to a new city,
Okay.
you're essentially like a hyperlocal customer.
Okay.
For that,
For that short period of time.
for a period of time, you're there.
Right.
You're looking for the best restaurants, attractions, experiences,
Mhm.
all within that specific location.
So for businesses that cater to tourists,
Exactly. Like hotels, restaurants.
tour operators,
Yeah, tour operator.
local SEO could be huge.
It could be huge, yeah.
It's about understanding the needs of those travelers
Okay.
and optimizing to meet them.
Like imagine someone searching best things to do in Paris
Exactly.
or romantic restaurants near the Eiffel Tower,
Right.
as a restaurant owner.
As a Parisian restaurant owner.
You want to be at the top of those search results.
Absolutely.
Right.
You'd be missing out if you weren't.
Exactly. And it's not just about those big attractions either, right?
Right.
Like local SEO could help tourists find,
Those hidden gems?
yeah, those hidden gems. Yeah. the off-the-beaten-path places
Yeah.
that make a trip special.
So it's not just driving sales, it's about creating those memorable experiences.
Exactly.
That's so cool.
And that's what makes local SEO so exciting.
It's not just about individual businesses. It can shape the entire tourism landscape,
It can.
making travel more authentic.
Personal. We're connected to the community.
Wow, my mind is blown. I'm
Yeah.
already thinking about my next trip
Yeah.
and how I can use local SEO to find those hidden gems.
Yeah, I love it. That's the spirit.
Yeah.
Now, I know we've covered a lot of ground.
A lot of ground.
There's so much more to explore.
These articles were just the tip of the iceberg.
The tip of the iceberg, exactly. So
Yeah.
we'll link to those full articles
Okay.
from Bright Local and WebFX
In the show notes.
in the show notes.
For people who want to
We keep diving deep.
really go down the rabbit hole.
Exactly.
You know, it's amazing to think that something as simple as just doing a Google search can have such a big impact on businesses
Yeah.
and even communities and the way we travel and experience the world.
It really does. It shows the power of local,
Mm-hmm.
especially in a world that feels so dominated by global stuff.
You know, when we started this deep dive, I honestly thought we were just going to be talking about, keywords and algorithms and all the technical stuff, but it's become so much more than that.
It really has.
It's about human connection,
Yeah.
community building, creating authentic experiences.
I think that's what makes local SEO so fascinating.
Yeah.
It's not just like a marketing tactic. It's almost like a philosophy,
Yeah.
a way of thinking about how businesses can actually thrive
Mm-hmm.
by being really rooted in their communities.
And for us as consumers, it's a way to discover
Yeah.
all the best stuff that our local areas have to offer.
Yeah.
Whether it's, that hidden gem restaurant or a trusted plumber, whatever it is.
Yeah. That unique experience.
One of the biggest takeaways for me has been
Yeah.
that local SEO is really a win-win.
Totally. Businesses win.
Yeah.
Consumers win.
Communities win.
Yeah, communities benefit so much
They do.
from that stronger local economy
Mm-hmm.
and just the sense of togetherness,
It's like that virtuous cycle, right?
It is.
Where everyone's supporting each other.
Totally.
And it's a good reminder that even in this digital world,
Yeah.
the things closest to us, those local things,
Yeah,
they still have so much value.
they do.
So much value, yeah.
I would encourage everyone listening to think about,
Mm-hmm.
how you can embrace that power of local in your own life.
Okay.
Whether it's making an effort to support those local businesses,
Yeah.
exploring your own neighborhood, trying something new,
Mm-hmm.
just using those near-me searches
Right.
to discover things. There's so much to gain from that,
So much to gain.
Yeah. from connecting with your community.
This deep dive has definitely inspired me to really
Yeah.
think about
That's awesome.
my local choices a bit more,
Yeah, yeah.
and really appreciate what my community has to offer.
It's all about being present
Mm-hmm.
and engaged.
So it's not just about, a set of tactics.
Right.
It's a mindset.
It is a mindset.
And with that mindset, we can all create a more vibrant,
Yeah.
more connected, more fulfilling experience.
Both online and offline.
Exactly. I love that.
It's been a pleasure diving into this with you today.
The pleasure was all mine.
Yeah.
To everyone listening, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the world of local SEO. We hope you've learned a lot
Yeah.
and are feeling inspired to embrace that power of local in your own lives.
Keep it local.
Keep it local. Until next time.
See you then.